Give me just a few quiet minutes of your day, and I promise, by the end of this episode, you won't just study English, you'll feel it, speak it, and believe in your voice. Hello and welcome back to Talk Easy English, your space to listen, repeat, shadow, and learn English at a slow and natural pace. I'm Noah, and I'm really glad you're here. In today's episode, I'll be speaking slowly and clearly, using simple words and repeating ideas. This will help you shadow my voice, practice your speaking, and build your confidence step by step. We're going to talk about how to describe your day in English, not just with short sentences, but with complete thoughts and natural expressions. What do you do in the morning? What usually happens in your afternoon? What is your evening routine like? By the end of this episode, you'll be able to talk about your day in clear, fluent English. Let's get started. Why is this important? Why is it helpful to practice talking about your day in English? It's important because your day is something real. It happens to you every day, so you already know it well. You don't need to search for ideas or complicated words. You don't have to speak about history, science, or politics. All you need to do is talk about your own life. You can say what time you wake up. You can describe what you eat for breakfast. You can say whether you go to work or stay home. You can explain how you feel, maybe tired, busy, happy, or relaxed. And the best part is this: when you talk about your day, you are using real, useful English. English that you can actually use with other people in daily life. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to try. Talking about your day helps you start thinking in English. It helps you speak more naturally and confidently. When you practice this way, you use simple, complete sentences. You stop translating in your head. You begin to feel more confident when you speak. Let's take an example. Imagine you're meeting someone new and they ask you, "What did you do today?" If you've already practiced talking about your day, you'll be ready to answer. You might say, "I woke up at 7, I went to work, I had coffee and answered emails. In the evening, I made dinner and watched TV." Now that's a real conversation. That's natural communication, and that's your goal. Even if you're alone, even if you're not in an English class, even if you're shy, you can still practice your English by talking about your day. So whenever you don't know what to say, start with something simple. Ask yourself, what did I do today? What time did I wake up? What did I eat? Where did I go? What did I do in the evening? These are great questions. They help you remember useful vocabulary. They help you build strong English habits. They help you think in full, clear sentences without stress. You can do this in the morning to talk about what happened yesterday. You can do it in the evening to review your day. You can even record yourself and listen to how you sound. The key is to keep it simple. Use the English you already know, and don't worry about mistakes. The most important thing is to keep going. Don't worry about mistakes. Just speak. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. One sentence today, 2 sentences tomorrow, and maybe a full story next week. So today, let's build that skill together, step by step, word by word, one real sentence at a time. Let's start at the beginning of the day, the morning. Morning is a very important part of your day. It sets the tone, it gives you energy, and it's the perfect time to speak and think in English, even just for a few minutes. Now, let's practice some simple morning sentences together. Repeat each one slowly, just like shadowing. Let's go. I usually wake up at 7. Now, you repeat. Sometimes I wake up earlier, around 6:30, when I have a lot to do. Now you repeat. If I sleep late, I feel tired the next morning. Now you repeat. I stay in bed for a few minutes and think about my day. Now you repeat. I like to take a deep breath and stretch my arms and legs. Now you repeat. Then I sit up slowly and get out of bed. Now you repeat. I walk to the bathroom and brush my teeth. Now you repeat. I brush slowly and carefully for 2 minutes. Now you repeat. Then I wash my face with cold water. It helps me feel awake. Now you repeat. Sometimes I take a quick shower, especially if I feel sleepy. Now you repeat. When I shower, I like to play soft music or listen to English audio. Now you repeat. After my shower, I dry off and put on my clothes. Now you repeat. I try to wear something clean and comfortable. Now you repeat. Sometimes I wear jeans and a t-shirt. Now you repeat. If I have a meeting or a class, I wear something more formal. Now you repeat. Next, I go to the kitchen and prepare my breakfast. I usually eat something simple, like toast, eggs, and fruit. Sometimes I have cereal with milk and a banana. If I have more time, I might make an omelet or some oatmeal. I like to eat slowly so I can really enjoy my food. I drink coffee most mornings. Sometimes I drink green tea instead. It feels light and refreshing. While I eat, I might watch a short video or check the news. On other days, I just enjoy the quiet and listen to the birds outside. Before I leave the house, I check my phone. I look at the time and read any new messages. Then, I check my calendar to see if I have any meetings or appointments. I pack my bag with everything I need: my phone, notebook, keys, and a water bottle. Finally, I put on my shoes and head out the door. Now let's practice with a short story, my morning routine. In this part, I'll tell you a short story about my typical morning. You can listen first, then shadow each sentence. Feel free to pause after each line and repeat it slowly with care. Are you ready? Let's begin. In the morning, I usually wake up around 7. Sometimes I wake up earlier if I have a lot of things to do. I lie in bed for a few minutes and think about the day ahead. I stretch my arms, yawn a little, and slowly get up. Then, I walk to the bathroom and brush my teeth. I brush my teeth for 2 full minutes. After that, I wash my face with cold water. It really helps me wake up. If I still feel sleepy, I take a warm shower. I often listen to relaxing music while I shower. It helps me feel calm and focused. After the shower, I put on clean clothes and check my hair in the mirror. Next, I go into the kitchen and start making breakfast. I usually eat 2 pieces of toast with butter and jam. Sometimes I add a boiled egg. I drink a large cup of coffee. That's very important to me in the morning. While eating, I sit by the window and look outside. Sometimes I hear birds singing, and I enjoy the peaceful moment. Before I leave the house, I check my phone. I look at the time, my to-do list, and my schedule for the day. Then I prepare my bag. I make sure I have everything. My phone, my wallet, my notebook, and sometimes a snack. Finally, I put on my jacket and shoes, open the door, and step outside to begin my day. Okay, let's say a few final practice sentences together. You can repeat each one right after me. Every morning is a little different, but I try to follow a good routine. When I start my day with English, I feel more focused. I'm proud of my progress. And I will keep going. Now, let's move to the afternoon, the middle part of the day. Many people are busy in the afternoon. Some go to work, some go to school, some stay home and take care of the house or their family. Whatever you do, the afternoon is a great time to use English. Even if you're busy, you can still listen. You can still repeat. You can still practice, even for just 5 or 10 minutes. Now, let's learn some common afternoon sentences together. Try to repeat each one after me, slowly and clearly. Practice sentences afternoon. After lunch, I go back to work. Sometimes I feel a little sleepy after I eat. I check my emails and answer the important ones first. I often read messages from coworkers or classmates. I usually have 1 or 2 meetings in the afternoon. Sometimes I meet with a client or my manager to talk about tasks. If I work from home, I sit at my desk and open my laptop. I type reports or prepare presentations. I also look at my calendar to see what I need to do next. I like to keep my desk clean and organized. It helps me think clearly. I usually take a short break around 3 o'clock. I make a cup of tea or drink some water. Sometimes I eat a small snack, like fruit or a biscuit. If I have time, I go for a short walk to get fresh air. Even 10 minutes outside helps me feel better. If the weather is nice, I walk around the block or sit in the sun. When I have free time in the afternoon, I study English. Sometimes I listen to a podcast while I take a walk. Other times, I read a short article or a short story online. I also watch slow English videos to help improve my listening skills. I repeat short phrases out loud to practice speaking. Shadowing helps me speak more fluently and clearly. Before I finish work, I write down what I did. This helps me stay organized and ready for the next day. Sometimes, I write one new word I learned today. I like to review my English notebook before I stop for the day. Now, I will tell you a short story about my afternoon. You can listen, pause, and repeat after me. Try to copy my rhythm and tone. This is a great way to shadow and learn. Let's begin. After lunch, I usually go back to my desk to continue working. I check my emails and write a to-do list for the afternoon. I often have a video meeting with my team. We talk about what we finished in the morning and what we will do next. The meetings are usually short, about 30 minutes. After the meeting, I take a short break. I walk to the kitchen and make a cup of tea or black coffee. I drink slowly while standing near the window. Sometimes I step outside for some fresh air. If I have free time, I use it to study English. I usually listen to a podcast like this one or read a short story. I usually listen to a podcast like this one or read a short story. Sometimes I watch a video where the speaker talks slowly. I pause the video and repeat the sentences. This is called shadowing. It helps me speak more naturally and understand English better. Before I stop working for the day, I write down a short summary of what I did. I also write one sentence in English to describe how I feel. For example, I finished all my work today and I feel proud. Or, I didn't study much today, but I will try again tomorrow. This helps me reflect and stay motivated. Okay, now it's your turn. You can pause this episode for a moment and try to talk about your own afternoon, just like I did. What do you usually do after lunch? Do you go to work? Do you go to class? Do you stay home and rest or study? Use short sentences. It's okay if it's just 3 or 4 lines. The goal is to speak, not to be perfect. Let's try some sentence starters together to help you speak. I will say the beginning of a sentence. You try to finish it in your own words. Ready? In the afternoon, I usually... Very good. After lunch, I like to... Good job. Sometimes I feel... Well done. I usually take a break at... Perfect. Before the afternoon ends, I... Very good. Now let's move to the evening and night. Evening is a special time, a time to relax and review your day. Let's repeat some useful sentences together. I come home at 6 in the evening. I take off my shoes and sit down for a few minutes to rest. Sometimes I watch the news or listen to music to relax. I cook dinner, or I order food if I feel tired. I eat dinner at the table with my family. We talk about our day and share stories. After dinner, I clean the kitchen and wash the dishes. Sometimes I go for a short walk after dinner. Before bed, I read a book or listen to calming music. I take a shower and brush my teeth. I go to bed around 10:30 or 11. Okay, you've just listened to my full daily routine. Now I want you to speak about your day. Here's how you can do it. First, think about your day. What time do you wake up? What do you eat for breakfast? Do you work? Do you study? Do you take care of the house? What do you do in the afternoon? What does your evening look like? What do you do before bed? You can talk about today or describe a typical day, a normal day in your life. Great work today. You listened to a full diary-style routine. You practiced new vocabulary. You repeated full sentences. And most importantly, you tried to speak in English. This is real progress. You're not just studying English. You are using English. You are living in English, one sentence at a time. Keep building your confidence. Keep practicing your daily routine until it feels easy and natural. Now, come back to this episode often. Listen again, shadow again, and each time, add a little more to your own story. This is English. This is your journey, and you are doing amazing. This is Talk Easy English. I'm Noah, and I'm proud of your effort. Keep listening, keep speaking, and most of all, keep believing in yourself. Bye for now. See you in the next episode.
Subscribe.